Lash Henderson out of Prestonwood Christian Academy playing for Texas, #1 player in the class of 2027. Lash, man, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you doing this.
Well, thank you for having me.
So let's talk about the workout showcase day atmosphere. How do you approach something like this? Do you get amped for it, or do you feel like maybe you're more of a game flow guy? How do you feel about the showcase environment?
Yeah, I get a little nervous sometimes, but then once I get on the field, I feel like I've been training for this my whole life, so I feel like it's just a breeze once I get on that field.
So my guy Riley Klingman had you mic'd up, and he told me a great story about you running the 60, that you said if you got a PR, you were going to treat yourself to Chick-fil-A. So then you go out and rip off a 6.52, which is your fastest time. So now what are you going to go get from Chick-fil-A?
Oh, I just went to Chick-fil-A.
You did? Okay, what'd you get?
I just got a Sunjoy and some chips and fries. Yeah. Because I had already ate before I ran, so I didn't get anything big.
But you set the standard. I got to go out and I got to do this. If I'm ready. All right. And he also told me the grip strength: 180.5 with the right, 177 with the left. Both of those are the highest of the day. Had you ever done anything like that before?
I did it at Marucci, and I did like a 180 on my right, and I was lower on my left, but I had to start working on my left. Yesterday I was in the gym doing the little forearm
curls, yeah.
So I was working on it.
How much weight were you using for those?
I was using like 40.
Okay, you weren't using these. You can put the bar behind you. The bar behind you do it. Okay.
In the hotel, so I just used some dumbbells.
So you were here in 2022 for the junior feature games. Tell me how different it was, the experience being part of the feature games as opposed to the junior feature games.
Well, now that I've been in the game way longer now, I feel like I know a lot more people, way more competition. When I was here in 2022, I was playing with a class up. I was playing with the 26's, and it was good competition, but not as good as right now. And you got these 26's trying to get offers. They got their August 1st day coming up, so they're really trying to compete with you. So it's really good to get out there.
Yeah, that's an interesting point of this, right? Is because you're 2027, so it can be like, hey, you see me, I'll see you in a year. I mean, it's almost like you're playing a trick on these college coaches that they get to go out and be like, man, I want to call Lash Henderson. I got to wait a year to do that. This is cruel what you're doing to the coaches now.
Yeah, they see me in there. Some people that see me, they're thinking I'm a 26. Even the guy that mic'd me up, he thought I was a 26. But I still got another year.
So how are you going to approach this next year then? I mean, you're doing a lot of this stuff now. I mean, you're obviously watching these guys go through it, and you're seeing them just be days away from being able to talk to coaches and get those offers. Are you looking forward to that kind of craziness, or do you like this point now where it's like, well, I just get to kind of focus on ball and not have to worry about all that other stuff?
Yeah, I like the ball play because before they made that rule, it was a lot of calls I had to make every week, just every day, making calls. I just want to play. But next year, I'll just take my time, listen to everybody, and see what's best for me.
Yeah, in hindsight, are you glad that you didn't pull the trigger on a commitment when you still could have, kind of now with everything slowing down now, and you get to be like, okay, man, now you just get to just kind of take a step back?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't commit because I just don't see the point when I'm in 7th or 8th grade. I get to see my options once I get to junior year and see what's best for me.
Yeah, a lot of guys changed. I mean, the coaches obviously changed. I mean, there's no guarantee that if you were committed to a school, in 7th, 8th grade, that by the time you're a senior, that the same coach is going to be there. So, I mean, obviously the landscape of college sports can change. The landscape of a team can change. Tell me about coming through on this team with this Texas team. I know you got one of your teammates in here, Trent Velade, right-handed pitcher, number 3 right-handed pitcher in the state of Texas. Tell me, what do you think we're going to see out of him when he gets on the mound in game action?
Oh my God, he has great stuff. His secondary is really good, and he's got really good command with his stuff, and he can actually really hit too. He was one of our best hitters on our team. He was very consistent at the plate.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the 4th pitcher on Thursday. Trey Rangel, Matthew Manis, the 3rd, and Landon Brown are also going to pitch that day. On the topic of Trey Rangel, I'm supposed to talk to Trey tomorrow. Have you ever faced him before?
Yeah, I faced him this year in fall. We played him in a fall game, scrimmage type game, and I got a single off of him. But he was chucking it. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about the spin on him is ridiculous. The curveball's around 3,000 spin.
Yeah.
How hard is it to pick up something like that when it's coming in with that much rate?
After I saw the first pitch, I just had to keep my feet down. I was just swinging. It's just trying to get a good swing off. You can't really do too much when you're facing a good pitcher like that.
You've been here quite a bit this summer. We were talking about whether you even went home because we had you here during some of the national championships. Obviously, playing up with USA Prime, you guys went on a run. I know that was a tough finale for you guys, losing in the championship game. You guys had, Landon Green started off with a great game. You guys ended up losing that one, but. Being here a few years ago, being here now, what's kind of been your reaction to the new look fields? Everybody can see these across all the fields up there with the new lines on them. We went through this winter. They were completely ripped down to the concrete. It took about, 47 days to get these things back up to the point where we were able to get playing on them again. What's kind of been your reaction to them? How do they play?
They play really good. They play medium. The turf plays medium to slow. I thought this was the best field I ever played on, even before the renovation. But now it's like definitely the best I've played on. And I've played on a lot of fields, so that says something. When
are you going to kind of take a step back from a playing standpoint and kind of let your body heal and recover? Like, what's that process for you? So I get like a week off after this, and then I have to go to area code. So August, September, I'll let my body rest and just chill, just do basic training. And then you'll ramp it back up around December, January? Is that kind of the
December,
normal
January.
Yeah. So we talked about this in an interview you and I did, but your dad's a Big 12 football official. What's the football watching like for you? Do you watch the games your dad does, or do you kind of have like, I don't know if you're a Longhorns fan, A&M, like what's that Saturday routine for you?
I'm a Longhorns fan, college football fan, so I really watch their games, and sometimes I'll turn his game on. Especially when he's reffing the Longhorn games, I pretty much go to all those games. Last year I went to the FSU-LSU game he did the first week at Camping World in Orlando.
Do you tell him, you screwed that call up?
I don't really talk about it. When I'm there, sometimes his crew will make a call and they're booing him. And I just start laughing. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so he probably wants you to let him leave work at home. Do you guys, what's it like from a baseball standpoint? Do you guys kind of leave it on the field? Do you guys, collectively as a family, I know your mom, your little brother plays too. What's that dynamic like for you guys? Do you leave baseball on the field, or is it something that you guys talk about stuff with it, at the dinner table and when you guys are out and together? Yeah, we talk about it at home. They really don't get on me too much because they know this is a game of failure. They just try to work with me with the approach and my mental side of the game, because you got to be mentally tough for this game, or else it'll weed you out. Yeah, and you got, I hate putting this stuff on you, but you go into a place as the number one player in 2027. There's expectations and weight that comes with that. So how do you kind of approach that when it's like you don't get to, some of these guys get to walk onto the field and they just get to walk on. You got to walk on, and it's like, oh, that's Lash Henderson. Yeah, I just try to do as best as I can and just think that I'm the same as everyone else and just do what I can at the best rate I can. And how do you? What do you kind of credit that to? Is that your parents that you feel like they've helped to keep you humble, or where do you think that comes from? Definitely my dad. My dad's a very humble person. He's a little. He doesn't talk much, but he talks. But I got my humble side from him. My mom is humble, but he's just very humble. Are you a leader? I say that because a lot of times you are playing up with older kids. Do you allow leadership to come naturally, or do you feel like you kind of, I don't say insert yourself, but kind of define yourself as a leader? Well, this year, I tried to be a leader for USA Prime, and I felt like it just came naturally, and I think I did a pretty good job. We just won the WWA, and I felt like I did good getting our boys up and being a leader. Well, great stuff. Lash Henderson, you're going to see him show out all weekend long here at LakePoint Sports. So if you're able to check it out, get on here on campus and see him in action. Lash, man, congratulations on a great day at workout day, and best of luck all weekend. Thank you.